Man, where have I seen this meme before?
Here, let me show you.
I'm just saying, we've seen head bop memes in our day, haven't we? Seen quite a few for quite a few years. And something I've noticed with the animation meme community is that slowly but surely, every year we get less and less unique memes.
Yes. And you are also contributing to that with your head bop memes that have minimum frames.
And the biggest argument that I've seen from head bop memes is the same argument used to defend memes themselves. And that's just, let people practice. People can do what they want. They can have fun.
And this argument is true, believe it or not. Most of the meme community are doing it for fun and are children.
You can't tell people what kind of content they can make. And you're right, I can't. But I can criticize it. And I think that this year, it's just been the same types of memes over and over again.
Again, as shown from earlier. You're also contributing to that. They just have head bops, and if they move it's not by much, or you don't use as many frames as there could be for a nice fluent animation.
And I know the point of memes is repetition, that's the whole point, but that is mostly for one specific meme, and I'm talking about memes in general. The same format gets done time and time again, just with a different song.
I mean, there are only so many movements we can animate to music.
For example, all of the head bop memes that I showed, they're all the same thing.
Like the videos I showed of yours. There are more, but I don't want to go through over 3 years of your Five Nights at Freddy's and furry head bop memes.
Just with little tiny variations. Even when the head bop isn't tweened, and there's nothing wrong with tweening, I'm not going to get into that. But even when it's not, it's still, like, for example, this. Like, that's good animation, right? But what are head bop memes other than good animation? Memes like the Bloom meme are really cool and actually are really emotional, and a lot of cool stuff can be done with stuff like this.
But it's also just a looped animation with a maximum of 7 frames with heads that are tween up and down for a minute. Not much different from the repetitive head bop memes that you said were not unique.
This is what you guys are watching. And I just don't get it.
You seem to get it.
The Sunset Lover meme is great. This is cool. This is a meme that actually helps people practice. This is a good meme where practice is actually gotten out of it.
Yes, you're right. It is good practice for those who want to pursue animation as a profession. If they have no interest and are only doing it as a side hobby, then they are not obliged to fully animate if they don't want to. They are only memes after all. If someone wanted to fully animate for practice, there are maps and AMVs to help with that.
And then there's memes like Gambino, where you could also practice with poses, with animation, and if you're just doing memes for fun, then that's great too.
Gambino is one of those repetitive head bop memes too, kiddo.
What I'm saying is that I think this fandom is way too defensive with its criticism, and this is something that I've learned from experience.
You're right. Constructive criticism is needed to improve, and if the artist doesn't want it, then they can just stay at the same level of art if they want to.
Because from my other reviews I did, it was the first reviews I ever did that was it was me looking at people with fan bases and people that were strongly about designers and saying what I think about them was wrong, was right, and so everybody was happy with that. And I think that, and don't confuse this as me complaining about how much criticism I got on any of the reviews I deserve, because it's and I'm looking forward to it. And I think I've really come a long way with the types of reviews I'm doing, actually getting better criticism, what the goal was actually doing this.
Stop rambling on about something that doesn't make or affect your point. At this point you are just making the video incredibly boring to watch. I get that you want some extra watch time, but damn.
It was mostly inspired by me jokingly commenting on my page, "Stop making head bobs memes, this isn't 2015." It was a joke when I posted it because I wasn't making a statement, though I do feel like we should stop making head bob memes. Um, it wasn't me making a statement. If I was making a statement, it would look something like this, with like twice the size. I'd be very careful with my wording because this community is very sensitive. And from this one post on my community tab, I have 88 comments of people being condescending, people criticizing me back, I guess, and being just rude, like just attacking me, which I think is a huge problem with our community.
I mean, it's a joke based on your opinion. Others are allowed to reply with their own, but I agree they shouldn't be so hostile in return. But then again, it's expected in this community.
I don't. I think a good example of the communities of the bigger YouTubers would be to look at my Wolf feature review. And then there's people coming through. A lot of them are very nice, but a lot of people are defending her, saying that it's okay to not get out of your comfort zone. No one cares. Keep your opinions to yourself. There's a lot of nice people here too. There's a lot of nice people and there's a lot of negative people, but the negative people are such a presence in this community. And this stigma against criticism. This community has a huge stigma against criticism. If you say that you don't like something, immediately it's just, if you don't like it, don't watch it. These people are just doing this for fun. These people are just doing it to practice. And I don't think that it's a good thing to deflect criticism like this.
This is going to sound petty, but fuck it. Don't like head bop memes? Don't watch them. They're doing it for fun.
It's wrong. If you are doing memes to practice and have fun, that's fine. You can make whatever the hell you want to make. That's completely up to you. I have no control over that. But don't look at stuff like this and say that they're doing it for practice, cuz you don't practice. This isn't practice at all. You're not doing any new movements. You're not even drawing that many frames. You're just, drawing the parts of the character, or unless you're making a rig. If you're doing rigged animation, that's a completely different story. I'm talking about the layered tweening here right now. This is not practice. This is making a video and doing the same thing over and over again, which is the premise for memes. But in this case, I think that it's not a good thing to be teaching people. A big thing that we praise in this community a lot too is that it gives smaller creators, the younger artists and the younger people, an outlet to create art. And yeah, drawing a lot will help you improve, but that's just for art, not animation. Personally, I don't think that memes should be called animation memes. I think they should be called something else. I don't know what, because a lot of memes aren't animated. And I'm not talking about tweening versus frame by frame. I mean, a lot of them are like literally still images. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Memes with still images can be nice. I like a lot of memes like that. But they shouldn't be called animation memes because there's no animation. Head bops are not practice. Maybe editing practice at the very least, and even then, not that much, mostly just timing. But it has nothing to do with animation. There's no new movements, it's just you doing the same thing every single time. And how do you practice if you never get out of your comfort zone? You're never going to learn how to draw a circle if all you ever draw is squares, is what I'm saying. Only if they're a big animator that makes money off of the same thing over and over again, and if not, then who cares? Why does it change when someone profits off of it? Why is it okay when someone is just doing it for whatever reason, and then suddenly when someone turns into a job, then it's bad? It's the same type of content, but there's just an ad before it. Why is it suddenly bad then? That would be implying that the content is not worth profiting off of. And wouldn't that in the same way just be another way to saying that the content is not good?
Shit, you right.
Yeah, but all of this in the end it's just my opinion, guys. Like none of this is fact. I haven't I'm not a professional at animation. I'm not a professional at giving criticism or anything like that. This is just me, someone who's been in the community for a long time, just thinking out loud from the state of the community, and I am frankly unhappy with. And I believe that I'm not the only one. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video if you don't unsubscribe. Bye!
Same goes with this. It's not meant to me hate. I'm no professional. I'm a 15-year-old who also wants to share their own opinion even though the internet hates it when someone does that.